welcome to my channel. My name is Blue, and I'm going to be a new reactor on the scene. Obviously, I want to expand on this, but I'm just starting. I'm sorry if it gets on anybody's nerves that I'm starting. Obviously, my commentary is going to be completely different. Yes, I'm gay. If it wasn't obvious enough. But I hope you guys would travel with me on this journey. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video by Swell Entertainment. Never heard of her, but somebody, a friend of mine, actually recommended this lady to me. And I kind of want to just see what this is about. This video is about Mount Everest has scams. Girl, we already starting with the shits today. Let's get into it.
I wonder how many comments I'm going to get about people being annoyed at how I say Everest.
That's it. That's my intro.
Hold on. I love these glasses. Oh, these are cute glasses. They're like Minecraft glasses. Oh, that's so cute. Imagine walking around with them, like, it would piss people off.
That's it. That's my intro.
Hey, I'm Amanda. I'm professionally curious and I talk for a living, and you're watching Swell Entertainment, the channel where I tell you about whatever I'm obsessed with every week. And today we are talking about a scam happening on the tallest mountain in the world. It is, right? I didn't misremember that. Hold on. Side note, unrelated, but also not.
Also, side note, I love the fact that her ring matches her shirt. I work for a company where we actually make jewelry, but this is my favorite purchase of all. It's the moon with pink mother of pearl in it. And then same thing with my earrings. It's the moon with pink mother of pearl in it. I love the fact that her shirt matches her ring. That's cute. And I love the
I saw Mount Fuji yesterday. That's my new best friend. I'm literally obsessed with him.
Oh my god. You know, I constantly see things about Japan because I really want to go to Japan. One of these days I'm going to go to Japan. And my mom, before she passed away this January, she even told me to herself, she was like, you need to get to Japan. I'm going to go one of these days. And I'm going to vlog it.
Mount Fuji. Yeah, highest mountain. It's usually, I say Everest, but it's like Everest is how I'm supposed to say it. Like I'm supposed to say Everest. Like ist instead of est. Listen, I'll do my best. I think it'll be okay. You know.
Also, why are people mad at how she pronounces it?
People are always talking, but what happens when the talk isn't cheap? And it is what it is.
I made the Alpine divorce video. A couple of people were like, oh my God, I hope we get more videos like this, please. And then, like, I don't know if you're meaning me to talk about like men abandoning their girlfriends hiking or like more mountaineering based videos, but like, here's a mountaineering based video. I'm fascinated by Mount Everest. As someone that wants to, you know, see as much of the world as possible, the concept of climbing Mount Everest is intriguing to me in that way. Tourism of it all and like the Sherpas and like, you know, Westerners paying money to like have someone lug your gear for you. You know what I'm saying?
Because we can't haul our own shit?
I'm also, obviously, that's a lot of money and also mountaineering. And so I've told myself that like, I'm not allowed to try climbing Mount Everest until I summit 2 other peaks. But I'm also not allowed to do that until I run a marathon. And I really don't want to run a marathon. So I feel like that's going to stop me from ever.
Real. Because, girl, my legs.
Actually climbing Mount Everest. I don't think I can do it. It's not that. It's for my own health and safety and the ethics.
She's got a point. She's an icon. She's a legend. And she is the moment.
We should not let me do this. You know what
We love a healthy queen.
I'm saying?
But that's a cute watch.
Scams on Mount Everest. I feel like there's a lot of scams in adventure travel, which is, I think, a concept that's become way more popular lately, especially filming yourself doing adventure travel. You know, it's not real if it didn't happen. Even here.
Oh, no, it's not.
In Japan.
But wouldn't that be cute if it was a teapot, like, watch? I mean, they were able to make this shape for a watch. I'm pretty sure it would be possible. That would be cute.
Obviously, I'm a content creator. I'm taking content. But, like, there's been so many moments where I'm just like, God, I don't want to pull my phone out. I don't want to take my camera out or anything like that, which has been really, I've been enjoying myself and I've been allowing myself to have those moments. But like I literally did a tour for Mount Fuji because I thought this would be interesting, where the point of the tour was going to all of the like Instagrammable photo spots.
Oh, okay. That's crazy. That's crazy. So we're basically paying a tour guide. I see where she's going with this now.
Like go viral, specifically around Mount Fuji. Now, it was one of the better tours because of the way it was laid out. It was much more conducive to what I wanted from a tour experience, where it wasn't like, hey, we're spending an hour and a half in the car to go to our next location. You know, we were like 20 minutes if there's no traffic. Yay, you know. But I thought that was so interesting. And then there was also elements of the amount of people I found, because I talked about how Mount Fuji, with the weather in Japan, there are times where you can't see it because of the clouds. There's a Lawson that is in front of Mount Fuji. Lawson's a konbini. I like Family Mart more, I'm so sorry. It's cool at night. We went during the day. Can see Mount Fuji behind you, so you like get a photo with the Lawson and the Mount Fuji, okay? But the amount of people that were pissed because the clouds were blocking Mount Fuji.
Are we serious?
Like
right
genuinely
now?
upset in front of this konbini. Fascinating. You know, and so like there's this concept that I find interesting of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to another country to take photos specifically. That's a tangent. I'm so sorry. It's just something that I've been thinking about, especially being on this trip a lot. Like obviously like taking photos on a trip is not like it's not a new thing, obviously. But
Oh my god, I love the mat. Love the keyboard. Again, all irrelevant to the topic of this video, but I love the headphones, the blue headphones. Where am I? The blue headphones, girl. I love, my favorite color is blue. My name is blue. It's a race car. I was like, what is that in the back? It's a race car for F1. Which, by the way, oh, also too, you have a Frankenstein poster in the back. Is that the Netflix one? Oh, girl. That movie made me cry. If you have not seen Frankenstein, go watch it. Sorry, again, irrelevant. But, also, too, I do have my own opinion about people who own sports cars on a regular street.
Nari, I left off the me. Technically, it's Fushimi, Inari, Taisha. The amount of people that were like, oh, that's where everyone takes their Hinge photos. Like, that's the Hinge photo spot. And sure enough.
Not the Hinge photo spot, girl. Not you being shady to the Hingers. I'm loving my single life.
It was very difficult to like go through. It's really cool. They have like, I think it's like 1,000+ torii gates there. It's really cool.
I'm trying to get up people's photos. Oh, goodness.
It was very difficult to move through there because people kept stopping to take photos, you know, and I don't know, it's something to think about. But now with mountaineering, we obviously enter this like life or death element with it. We're still in season for Everest, right? There's only certain times of year that you can climb Everest safely, okay? That tours happen, that the Nepal government like allows people to actually like climb it, and which I do think is smart because, you know, it's already a dangerous thing. Let's be realistic, you know, with try and do it illegally, which I think is dumb because no one's gonna know where you are and you're gonna die.
See, this is my thought too. Like, but again, I get people are like, no, we have to. What I want to know the fascination of why you want to go up there.
You're gonna die.
And not only that, but like people have posted videos to like X, you know, Twitter. People have posted videos to X of them seeing, you know, bodies up there. Like maybe the universe is literally telling us like, no, don't go up there. Maybe, perhaps, maybe. No, okay.
But I saw a video the other day. I get served so much, especially because I'm really into like hiking lately and looking at more camping videos and stuff. There's a lot of climbers that also do the same type of content. So I've been getting a lot of climbing videos. And so by that definition, I've been getting a lot of Everest videos because we're in Everest season. And it's always very interesting. There was an AI girl, I think, that went really viral. She was like, oh, my friend died and I gotta keep going. She's a real person. She summited or attempted to summit at 17 with the help of her family who had summited Everest before. She ended up spending like 4 days in the death zone at like Camp 4. And obviously, as you can see, had very severe reactions to it. She is a real human. Then we have videos from this account. This account is entirely AI.
Losing my sister just 300 meters from the summit was the cost of doing business here on Everest. My sister did not make it. But I promise you this was worth it. I can feel her with me up here.
But everyone was like, oh my god, Everest climbers are crazy. Like, this girl's friend died and she's still trying to summit. And it's like, yeah, a lot of these people can be selfish.
Very.
I think there's an element of it. I'm traveling alone in Japan. There's an element of selfishness to that. I fully acknowledge that.
A trip? That's not selfish. Take the trip. Book the flight, y'all. Book the flight.
Frankly, this trip has made me realize I really don't want to be around other people.
That's real. What did I just say? Like, go. And I think it's fair for us to, like, want to, like, be away from other people. That's why I say it's not selfish, because your body is saying, hey, I don't want to be around people right now. You know what I mean? You just responded to your body. You know, granted, a lot of people will beg to differ to say, you know, no, it is selfish because you could have whatever. No, fuck y'all. Like, I don't owe you nothing. I'm gonna go.
I love being alone. To do well alone, there's an element of selfishness to it, you know what I'm saying? But with Mountaineer,
I don't think there is. Again, my opinion, not hers. But with me specifically, if I was going to go and do something, I don't think there's an element of selfishness there. And I can only speak on behalf of my opinion because I'm 30 years old. I just turned 30 in December. Not just. I am 30 since December. My mom passed away in January. And she passed away to cancer, but she didn't let the cancer get her. She did a program called MAID, which, by the way, if you don't know what that is, MAID is like a program that basically helps you induce your time on Earth. And basically, it's just a medicine that puts you to sleep, and then you, in your comatose state, you basically just, you know, you pass. You take your final breaths. And that's what my mom did. And so she didn't let the cancer tell her when she was going to go. She chose her time. So I don't believe that was selfish, because she was in a lot of pain. I was her caretaker for almost 5 years. And from 25 to like 30, I didn't really like know what it was like for independence, because my mom lived with me. I was working a job. On top of working my job, I had a part-time job. And then on top of that, I was also taking care of my mom. Taking care of my mom, I don't regret at all. What I do regret is never taking time to look myself in the mirror, look at myself in the mirror and tell myself, you deserve this, you deserve that. Only because, one, I was solely focused on my mom and making sure that she was okay and everything, and you know what I mean? So now that my mom has passed away, it's gonna be 6 months. Jesus. Time is moving by too quick, but it's gonna be 6 months. And to be honest with you, there's a lot of things that my mom told me to do that I should have just done. Even when she was here, when I was her caretaker, she told me just do it. But my whole thing was I was being a little too selfless, because on top of me wanting to do X, Y, and Z, in the back of my mind, like going out with a friend, you know, I felt guilty, because I felt like, well, my mom's not here, you know, she's at home and she's, you know what I mean? Like, I felt horrible. I felt guilty because my mom was at home. So I don't see it as selfish when people want to do things on their own. I understand that there's like a level to this shit, but at the same time, it's like, but at what point, if you're not thinking of yourself, who else is? So that's why I don't consider it to be selfish. You know, especially when you can choose where your own money is going because you've earned that money. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making sense, but this is just, again, my opinion. So.
And especially Mount Everest, you do have to have a guide. There's a level of dependency that you do have to have, because you have not done this thing yet most of the time. So you need someone who does it all the fucking time, and also can handle the conditions better than you can, and is prepared to help you if you're gonna fucking die. Call it the death zone. So like, you by definition have to depend on other people. And that is how the scam is happening. God, we haven't even gotten the scam yet. There's a lot of scams on Mount Everest. There's two main ones, okay? There's definitely a few main scams that I've heard of in particular. The main one is your tour company, where you're paying all this money and you think you're getting a good deal because it's cheaper, and then they like add things on later. That's just travel shenanigans, except you're in a life or death situation. So guess what? You're going to do it. And so some people try and cheap out on like a cheaper tour. And in some instances, I have heard instances of like, oh yeah, we're on a cheaper tour and the tour was bullshit and they didn't have the proper permits and things like that. And so it's like, yeah, good luck. Everyone's lying to you. Like, that's crazy. Do your research. Oh my God. Don't just do the...
That's another thing too, because I know that there's a lot of people that go with like the cheaper option, which in some cases will help you. But in most cases, like when you're going to Everest, when you're traveling outside the country, especially if you've never gone to a specific place before, that should be the logical thing to do. Just do your research.
Cheapest option. Sometimes you have to spend money to not die and do something legally. Or you could just not do this, but like that's, let's face it, we're past that with these people. Even getting to base camp is a trek. You have to spend time at base camp for an X amount of time to like acclimatize, and then you try and summit, and then you have to get out of there, you know, like there's all of that. So Outside Magazine said, how much does it cost to climb Everest? In 2026, we crunched the numbers, and this is just one poll from that article. Most people pay between $45,000 and $76,000.
No, you're fucking kidding me.
Some will pay as much as $220,000 or as much as $1 million. Prices continue to rise. If you are on a tight climbing budget, go as soon as your skills, experience, and checkbook can support a safe attempt. That's a crazy quote. Mount Everest, guides accused of targeting climbers and
an alleged $20 million fake rescue. Fake rescue? No fucking way.
By Rachel Goodman. This is from Global News.
Shout out to Rachel Goodman. Thank you for putting this up.
Authorities in Nepal say they have uncovered an alleged USD $20 million insurance scam involving fake rescues on Mount Everest and fraudulent hospitals.
How do you fake rescues? Are you saying that they leave these people until they need to be rescued and then... Are you fucking kidding me? I hope that's not what that is.
Admissions to claim insurance money. 10 people have been arrested in connection with the alleged scheme, Nepal's Central Investigation Bureau said in a series of news releases last month, including individuals from a trekking company, helicopter operators, hospital employees based in Kathmandu, and rescue workers.
There's no fucking way that this is real. No fucking way. What are we doing? Mind you, we're humans.
The companies and individuals are accused of fabricating rescue missions on Mount Everest by presenting fraudulent documents.
Keep listening, Blue.
To Nepal.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to say that. That's from Emily D. Baker, and I listen to her all the time. And she says, keep reading, Emily. But, oh my God, this is fucking ridiculous.
Police and insurance companies, including passenger manifests, medical documents, and other forms to claim insurance funds, the CIB said. Such actions have tarnished the nation's prestige, the Bureau said, adding that the investigation is ongoing. NBC News reported that 32 guides have been charged, and investigators have identified nearly 4,800 international climbers who were treated at implicated hospitals between 2022 and 2025.
That's crazy. When you, oh my God.
Foreign tourists were
no words, none whatsoever. This is
systematically defrauded, the Bureau said. A spokesperson
you know what, this is sad because this also gives other people who think just like them, because you know birds of a feather flock together, but this gives them ideas and ways that they can do the same fucking thing. And especially because it's outside the US, it's a little bit different because their laws work a little bit different, obviously. But my flabbers have been gasted.
Told the U.S. outlet that the scheme specifically targeted foreigners experiencing health problems while hiking in Nepal's Himalayan region. According to an investigation by the Kathmandu Post, the entities involved would stage rescue efforts and file insurance claims that bore little resemblance to the patient's actual health emergency.
So, sort of like...
The paper's investigation said the alleged scam was complex and reportedly relied on the cooperation of numerous entities, including guides who said it would offer tired trekkers the chance to be helicoptered to the mountain range if they feigned illness.
Wow. And helicopter rides are expensive? Because isn't like helicopter fuel like expensive?
alleged method was to frighten trekkers experiencing symptoms of altitude sickness into believing they were having serious complications and needed to be evacuated, the outlet found. In some cases, the investigation alleges the techniques such as excessive water intake were used to exacerbate altitude sickness and symptoms. The CIB said some of the claims made in the investigation were false, including one that alleged guides had poisoned climbers.
Wait, sis says some of the claims made in the investigation were false, including one that alleged guides that had poisoned climbers. Water poisoning is a thing. Like, are we cool? Water poisoning is definitely a thing. If people are drinking too much, like they just said it, like you guys were just feeding them a whole bunch of water so that they can have these illnesses when they get up there. I mean, obviously that's water poisoning.
Was a claim as well. Was that
Allegedly. Allegedly.
they had poisoned climbers. The investigation so far has not revealed the fact that poisonous substances have been adulterated.
But obviously, water. I mean, I'm not talking to her. I'm sorry. I'm frustrated because this is horrible. This is disgusting. This is sick.
It said. So a lot of people are sharing the details about the poisoning. That is something I heard too before this current new, like, hey, we actually got a bunch of people arrested. People would feel fine and then they would have a meal and then they would become violently ill, in some instances stomach pain, and then have to be medically evac out. One claim I also saw was that, like there would be 2 people on the medical evac helicopter, but they reported that there was like 6 people on the medical evac.
What?
Helicopter, you know what I'm saying? So like to try and exacerbate the numbers from the insurance fraud. Okay, New York Post. Mount Everest guides allegedly poisoned climbers as part of a sinister $20 million scam by
Thank you, Anthony Blair.
Anthony Blair. Himalayas instead of Himalayas. Okay, this is a different claim. Guides with the trekking agencies allegedly poisoned tourists by putting baking soda in their food to trigger severe gastrointestinal distress that mimicked altitude sickness or food poisoning, investigators said. Once ill, the visitors were allegedly pressured into agreeing to costly emergency helicopter evacuations, with operators using forged medical and flight documents to bill international travel insurers for the cost, according to authorities in the Himalayan country. Those ill-gotten...
I want to know, like, there has to be somebody else getting a cut because for 3 years, what is it, 2022? Yeah, 3 years. So it's giving somebody was getting a cut. I could be wrong, but
gains were then allegedly spent among the guides, helicopter companies, trekking agencies, and the hospitals where the tourists were taken for severe treatment. The investigation began in January when 6 executives from 3 prominent mountain rescue firms were arrested. January is when I started hearing stories about this. The groups allegedly fraudulently obtained at least $19.69 million in...
So there's no way. Like, they only arrested 10 people. 10 fucking people. Like, 6 executives from 3 prominent mountain rescue firms were arrested. I have a feeling that, well, obviously more people are involved because there's no fucking way. That's a lot of fucking money.
Insurance payout, according to police. One company is accused of faking 171 of its 1,200 claimed rescues, leading to more than $10 million in illegitimate payouts. A second company allegedly fabricated 75 of its 471 claimed rescues, fraudulently claiming $8 million, while a third is accused of making 71 false...
See, here's my thing. The reason why I say there's more people involved is because somebody had the idea and spread that idea around so that they can... Here's my thinking, right? Because obviously every crime has like a ringleader. And here's my thinking. You have one person who gave these people the idea, right? So like this one person and all of these little entities are faking these rescues, but this one person is telling them like, I need a cut of it because I'll make sure that you don't get caught or whatever. And then it just spread and now everybody's giving this one person a cut. It can also be like a group of people that also were like in charge of it that also did the same thing, you know? Oh my God, this is insane. This is insane.
Claims worth more than $1 million. Prosecutors are seeking a total fines of $11.3 million. The court is giving high priority to this high-profile corruption case. This is not the first tourism scandal of its kind to hit Nepal's tourism industry, which supports over 1 million jobs, directly or indirectly in the country. In recent years, several major international insurers have halted coverage for trucking tourists in Nepal due to escalating fraud incidents. In
No, because that's definitely the I feel like
2018, the Nepalese government claimed to have eliminated all intermediaries involved in arranging emergency evacuation for tourists, making operators legally responsible for their clients throughout the trip. This move is supposed to make tour companies more accountable by requiring them to submit details of any rescue flights or medical treatment to Nepal's Department of Tourism. The scam continued due to lax punitive action. The chief of Nepalese Police's specialized organized crime unit said, "When there is no action against crime, it flourishes. The insurance scam, too, flourished as a result." Now, this is not a victimless...
I think this is crazy. The fact that they had... That's a lot of fucking... I can't get past how much money. That's a lot of fucking money.
Crime, especially if people were actually poisoned, obviously. Right. This one is claiming that poisoning did happen. Others are saying that, like...
I wonder if... And maybe I should find them. Because I wonder... I'm actually curious. Let's look it up. Because I am... I'm pretty sure somebody has some sort of coverage of it, but like, I feel so bad. If you were ever a victim of this, I'm liking this video, y'all. Like it. And I'm gonna subscribe because I love the way she explained this. Like, it's so well done. But if you were ever a victim of this shit, I am so sorry that you went through this. This is insane. This is crazy. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
We're not saying that poisoning happened. The reports that I was reading or heard about back in January were reporting, like I said, they had eaten and then the symptoms started and they had been fine otherwise, you know, or that they had climbed Everest before and they hadn't had issues. There was at least one instance I think I ever heard about when someone was like, yeah, this is my second time and I'd never had issues, and then suddenly I'm like violently ill. I'm so curious what the effects on the tourism of Everest is going to be with this. Maybe not, because people's, you know, audacity at wanting to climb, you know, right, the highest mountain in the world might outweigh, you know, my guide might not actually be here to help me be alive and summit safely. That might outweigh that. So this might not affect the...
And here's the thing, I feel like, so I was saying earlier that on X, you know, there's people who have recorded themselves going to the top, and in the death zone, they recorded, you know, other people who have froze to death up there. I feel like it's a one-sided argument. One, nobody would know that you were up there unless somebody knew that you were going to Mount Everest, right? But also, too, if you had a guide who already funneled all this money out of you, there was no reason for him to even save you after you've given them so much money. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying that this is still happening. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is like, it's kind of like you just be cautious, you know, because that is a possibility. I think I've just been through so much in my life that I feel cautious about everything that I do, and I think of every possible outcome. And whether it's negative or positive, I feel like I just continuously think of like, what could possibly fucking happen to me if I go with this stranger, you know what I mean, to this thing. So again, this is just my opinion.
Industry whatsoever. I mean, obviously there's a lot of people that have now been arrested. I'm curious how this will all play out. I'm curious if there will be any further claims from climbers themselves, if it's like what could this mean for insurance companies, or even, you know, these guide companies, if someone thought that they, you know, had been saved and they had had a medical emergency and they were...
I feel like in this situation, specifically for Mount Everest, there has to be a public domain, like a website or something, that lists all the rescuers and their faces. And the reason why that is, like, you have to, for one, you have to be licensed or something, like, where they have their names and their faces on there, because if something does happen to you, and say, for example, you survive it, at least you can point out who the person is. So I feel like in this case, for people who want to go to Mount Everest, maybe that's a good idea. So if you guys are listening to this, maybe create like a public domain where people can see who's going to be with them on this tour. I mean, obviously not every single one of them is going to be working, you know what I mean? But also too, we have to make sure, like, as us, as tourists who are giving you guys this money, because they admitted it provides so many jobs to people there in Nepal. So like, I feel like it's fair. You know, the trade-off is we can list everybody by the country, right? The country themselves would actually have to create this domain where they're like, anybody who's involved with anything to do with the rescue, the tourists attractions, all that other stuff when it comes down to Mount Everest specifically, a public domain where all of their names and faces and their profession and maybe even like a little quote that they want to put on there or some shit like that. I feel like that's fair to put on there, because again, if something does happen to me and I happen to survive and I remember faces, because I'm good with faces, and I see your ass on that website, I'm gonna be like, this is the person that did this to me. You know what I mean? They told me this.
Saved and they were able to get home safely, because for a lot of people, like a medical emergency, I saw a video, this sent a chill down my spine, and it was like 2 dudes climbing Mount Everest, and then they're like going up, but you just see a black glove tumbling down the mountainside.
Oh no. Oh boy. Not the man. That's not good. Someone's been frostbite.
Yeah.
On the white snow behind them.
That's insane. And again, that's the universe literally sending you a sign like, let's not. Let's not.
It's not good. That dude's gonna lose his fucking hand. Probably doesn't have a backup glove. Alright? It's so cold. Like, there's dead bodies all over that path.
What did I just say?
And now you might be implicated in an insurance scam. Our guide's gonna have to...
And obviously, because I know some people are gonna, I haven't looked at the comments yet, but like, I'm pretty sure some people are gonna say something like, you know, this is like fear mongering or something. It's really not. This is just us being cautious, because people with like our mindset where we're just like, hey, look, we're just looking out for you. You don't have to take our fucking advice. By all means, you could just do whatever the fuck you want to do. You're a grown adult. But also too, like, if you're seeing it as fear mongering, you're worried about the wrong thing. You're worried about, because this mountain specifically is too notorious for taking too many lives, way too many lives, and it doesn't do anything but just stand there. Right.
Assure, don't worry, we don't even use baking soda in anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm so curious how this is going to play out and affect the industry. Anyways, take your shit down Mount Everest, okay? God. Anyway, sorry, I saw a lot of littering in Kyoto and it really stressed me out. Like, I was really upset. I made like several videos being really upset about littering in Kyoto, because I was like, there's a trash can right there, and you're still putting your fucking...
And that's funny, because I want to go to Kyoto. This is a sign. I gotta go.
Bongo stick on the ground. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I just full on pivot into an environmentalist channel because I'm just like,
No, I
the
hear
audacity of humankind.
Right.
Sure, we can climb the tallest mountain. We can pollute space and the ocean and everything else, and just keep building AI data centers to suck up the water. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, comment your questions or whatever. Let me know what you think. Reminder to on Twitch. My Soul Time is now available on Spotify. Shout out to my channel members. Thank you so much for joining my channel memberships. Support my channel memberships. And I'll go ahead and the link down below. Like my social media. They'll appear, and that's me have the day. Goodbye.
I like this video. It was very informative. Very, very informative. Obviously, you're going to take your own experiences with this. Like me in the hospitality industry, I can only take my experiences with me. Oh my God, this is horrible. And again, I got to say it. If you were one of the victims of this scam in Mount Everest or anywhere, I'm so sorry. Because faking rescues, that's a whole nother, like, low. That's a whole nother fucked up situation. Like, what are we fucking doing? Why? Why are we scamming? Why are we faking rescues? I don't like it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm gonna link her original video in the comment section below so you guys can go over there. Oh my God, I love her video. I love the ring matching the shirt. I'm gonna keep watching her videos because hopefully she doesn't get mad at me. I'm so sorry if you are. But, because I loved the way she read an article. Not a lot of people actually put all that information on there, so thank you for that. But also too, like, just do your research, y'all. Just do your research. And here's my new slogan, because I'm new to this, but I want to go with F Cancer, but we pledge allegiance to Beyonce over here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to comment below to ask me what you guys want me to react to next. And I'll see you in the next video. Mwah. Spread love.